We're actually going to talk about Xylie getting real.
Oh, yeah. Xylie, as you guys know, to lay the basis for anyone that somehow has been living under a rock and hasn't been included in this situation, Lockout Rewind, Keem's favorite show of all time. Also, Mama, thanks for the one gifted, and Naz, the Alcon for the gifted. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Basically, Rewind has been Keem's love child for the better part of near a year now. And since Fat Camp, they've been having these difficult back and forths. A lot of issues in the background have slowly and surely started leaking onto their live on air and started affecting their content, and therefore their monetization and the way they produce their rewinding. And the question's always been begged by Keem, when does Rewind rewind and when will they rewind again? And it's inevitably led to a separation. Go on.
But didn't Keem like kind of set them up for failure? Like he told other channels to do their content because they were complaining about doing their content.
So they didn't like the negative criticism they got. So they thought, well, I'm going to kick up a fuss about this. So he's like, well, okay, if you're going to kick up a fuss, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get all these people that just do all these rewind episodes. Every single show is going to do rewind, and they're going to do it better because I'm going to show to you that it's not too difficult to do. And that's what he kind of pushed. And he pushed it mainly on nerds more than anything. Hence, Zay now getting rewind for herself.
I would also go so far as like every show, including live, was doing rewind for the most part. Like, because like we would always talk about shit that was happening in the LCU, and that was pretty much went around the circuit.
So it's led to the explosion of Rewind. Rewind just completely exploded, and Keem was hitting the point of, okay, they need to be recasting. And yesterday, Zay got to pick between Billy, Xylie, or Yo Mama. And she picked Billy, which she later explained was for monetization purposes. And I get it. Like, business-wise, I get it. But Xylie didn't like the way that she was done dirty. She feels like she was done dirty anyway by not being brought up and told you're not going to be on Rewind anymore, or she wasn't told behind the scenes. And she expressed a lot of those opinions on Rewind.
Xylie does none of the actual lead work in the LCU. That she doesn't do any of the thumbnails. Doesn't really. Did she host Rewind? Did she do the OBS? I'm not certain about that, but like she didn't really do the thumbnails, didn't do the titles, didn't do any of the like the hosting, and all she really wanted to do was go true.
Didn't she organize all the docket stuff for Rewind, though? Wasn't that, like, the gimmick? Like, Xylie did, like, the organization and structure in the docket for Rewind and layering of the stories and the background and stuff like that. Billy would give his comedic reaction to it, no? Isn't that, like, the structure of Rewind?
I don't know. I mean, I offered Xylie to come up today and defend herself with some of these clips, and she would have more insight than I would. That's why I wanted to bring her up today, because, like, she kind of got fucked the hardest out of everybody on this.
Hey, what up, Xylie?
Xylie.
Welcome to Lockout Live.
I just want to say something real quick.
Go for it.
So after I had, Nightmare spoke with me for a couple hours afterwards, and you know what? I had a nice sleep, and I woke up, and my team is raring to go. I swear to God, I don't care what anybody says. I think I have the best docket team right now standing. I have produced shows that Keem actually liked. Yep. Because it was me getting the clips together and stuff like that on Rewind. So he did like Rewind at one point. All right. And he also liked the show when I had it with Dad. He used to love listening to that show when he was out doing his yard work. So I can produce a show. So honestly, I think the best thing he could have done for me was take me off Rewind.
Why do you think that is though? Like, aren't you not afraid of? I can
tell you why.
Okay.
I can tell you why. Because now I get to prove to him and myself that I can actually produce a show. And I can do it standing on my own 2 feet.
Does it bother you at all? Because like I had to basically produce this show and I was nervous as fuck.
No, it doesn't bother me because you have to understand I worked alone before I came to the LCU. I was mad. I really do think it was a miscommunication. But honestly, I appreciate him taking me off of Rewind. I needed that.
Yeah, but what's going to happen a month from now and you're not going to appreciate it?
It ain't about money for me, bro.
I feel you, but I know it's not about money for me either, but it's nice.
So no, it is nice. I feel you. It is nice, but it's not about that. It's about I want to be the best that I can be. And I feel like I am perfectly put in a situation where either I'm going to be the best I can be or I ain't going to be shit.
So you need to you need that sink or swim mentality.
There you go.
That. Do you think,
100%.
like, a genuine question, do you think it would have been more ideal if both you and Billy were taken off the show?
No, I think it was smart to keep one of us. That way it's not a complete turnaround from the fan base of Rewind. And I think it was actually smart to keep Billy on there. I'm going to be honest with you, though. I think there is no better replacement of me than Zay. I think Zay is going to fucking smash it. I really do. And I'm excited to see what she does on that show.
So, like, I got this question. Like, how awkward was it be to do the last show yesterday with Billy?
Honestly, it kind of was. But then once I got into the fuck it mode of, fuck it, I just want to get drunk. I just want to drink, which I didn't get drunk. I took 3 shots, so I was kind of I'm a happy drunk. There's one thing you don't understand, Wings. I'm actually a good drunk. But then we started going through like the old clips and whatever, and it's like this is why I'm getting taken off of Rewind, because this magic that you saw in those old clips, no more.
Yeah, because you used to be like, I have the best co-host in the whole network, and like, and now like I hear like Rewind's fighting with each other.
Yeah, we were fighting with each other for a while.
I mean, like you expected like me and Keem always fight with each other. That's pretty much our relationship as friends. Like, I don't think there's ever been a time in my life I haven't been actively fighting with Keem. But like at the same time, it's like I didn't see you and Billy ever breaking up. So like it was like hard news for me, because like to me, like Rewind, like live Rewind and Queens are the original like three musketeers of the network.
So isn't it better that at least one of us stayed on that show? At least one of the originals stayed on that show. I think it would have been worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would have been worse if both of us was taken off that show. Honestly.
Nah, I don't think so.
It makes sense what Batgirl said to me now. That's because like I didn't realize Batgirl went on the show yesterday and got drunk as fuck.
Right.
Like, I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen any of it yet, but apparently she got top tipsy.
I mean,
yeah, she was a little out there.
Because like I was gonna try to defend you a little bit, Xylie, and say like, because Keem is really going in on you, like, hey, you only sit there and watch videos and react to them. You don't produce any kind of a show. I'm like, dog, there's multiple shows on this network that do just that.
I will say that when I do react to content, I do transform it. I do it within fair use, and believe me, I put in enough passion about it that I definitely make it my own. However, I'm hearing what he's saying. We're still going to do react content, but that'll be saved for like not members only, but like when we hit members goals or whatever, and we'll do one on a locale or whatever. But the normal show is going to be produced. And if I use someone's video, it's only going to be a clip in that video. And then it's going to be research, and then it's going to be stuff like that. So, and we will talk about LCU drama. But now I get to pick and choose what I want to talk about.
That's true. We also run for breakfast as well with the $5. They said it's not like Xylie can never pop in to talk on Rewind either. They obviously want hosts to pop on Rewind, which is true.
Exactly.
I think that's something they're definitely going to dive into, is trying to open it up for hosts to want to go on there and try and open a platform. It's just,
but the funny thing was, it was always open for y'all to come up there, but you motherfuckers never did.
I was fucking for my language.
But
I quit for 5 months.
Well, yeah, you have an excuse. But Keem was correct, though. Keem was correct. We should have been messaging y'all going, hey, I see this shit is happening. See, will you pop in tonight? We should have went that extra mile. And I didn't. I didn't do my job.
You get comfortable? Is that what it is?
I don't know if it got comfortable, or I definitely was in a negative headspace at one point, and I let it I got into my own head about shit.
So how's the depression?
Actually, much better now.
Really?
So you think it's like a weight off your chest?
Yes.
Karen,
right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here.
See you,
I know that's right. But yeah, I wanted to come up here and my outlook has changed on it. And we're gonna see what Reaper does. I plan on pissing everybody off.
That's beautiful.
That's the plan, anyway.
Hell yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Piss me off the most.
I know that's right, Wings. All right, y'all have a good night. Have a good stream.